Hello, hello, hello. Um, so I was just sitting here talking to myself as I do, and I was explaining something, and I just want to share it because this isn't really something I feel like a lot of people talk about. So I'm going to where I found it, my closet. Fuck you, bitch. Pussy. Pussy. That's what I thought. Okay. But no, so a big problem I have been having currently, actually, it would be better to put the camera down here, is I'm having tightness in like the back in this area right here, specifically whenever I go to stretch over to the side. I don't know what that muscle is called. I would like to learn, but I'm having that problem, and I've been stretching a lot every day, doing several things for it. And I'll go ahead and go through a variety of which, and then after that, I'll explain what I'm feeling, because I feel like it's important. And, not many people really talk about it, and I just think it's interesting. So first off, this is a stretch you've probably seen before. It is just crisscross applesauce. Hold your leg, reach back and stretch, right? And the trick here is you want to twist. So what I like to do is sometimes whenever I do this, I find it's hard for me to really twist and stretch out that muscle. So I like to put my hand right here on my knee, hold it, and then with this arm, push. Like you can see, that's what's causing the push. This kind of can do it, but you got a lot more strength in that push. So I like to do both of them and just sort of keep myself locked in, and then go for that stretch. And then from there, you can do this if you want, and then just sort of hold that position. I know I need a much better camera angle, so I'll just back up. So there's that stretch right there, right there. Hold on. Right there. So I do that one a lot. Another one I do is to where I'll just do this since the camera angle is right for it. It's this position right here. And then simply just going down like this, right? Because it sort of takes, I guess, the pressure off of that lower back. And you should be able to sit in this position naturally anyways. So it's just good to sit in here. If there's ever a position that you see other people sit in comfortably and it almost seems like they're relaxing, then guess what? That's probably something that you need to do more. Even though it's not relaxing for you, it is now training. So I like to do this, and then what I'll do is I'll kind of just twist with this, activating the muscles, kind of raising the leg a little bit as I twist. And you can also do this, like sway from side to side while you do it, right? And then you can do this, which is where you go here, twist like this, and there you go. That's another twist in that area. Boom, boom, right here. So I'll do that. And then another one I'll do is I'll lay down right here. You want to sort of sprawl the legs out whenever you do this. You can't see my legs, but you're essentially just laying here, arms straight. Don't really have a good camera angle for this. Let me get one real quick. I know this is really scuffed. I really do apologize. I'll try to make it quick. Does this work? We'll just consider this good enough. You're not really going to be able to see me lay down, eh? But you'll be able to see where my legs start, so that works. I'll just show you whatever. I'll show you the legs, and then I'll show you the upper body. Basically, you're just laying straight like this. Legs out, and then lift up. Let me shut this. Sweet. Okay, and then lifting over, touching, lifting back. Right? Slow and controlled. Right? So I like to do these. These are great for the back. I like to simply just do these, honestly. Just get it moving. Okay. And then for the upper back, I like to slide my hands down below my waist and then just pull like this. And then up. Just like that. So that's another thing I like to do. And then again, for this, for the sides, the lower back. We'll just start calling it the lower back. Just a simple side to side. But the thing is, right, you want to make sure that you want to really focus on the muscle as you go down. You don't want to go forward because then you're really just putting weight on your leg. And you can use your leg to lift you back up, right? And then if you go back, back's still better, but it's not perfect. You really just want to go to the side, focusing on this muscle, keeping the body straight, and then just heading to the side and feeling that stretch in that muscle, right? Isolating it and then slowly lifting up. Same on both sides, right? And it's weird because when you do this, you really, really feel. I need better lighting so I can actually show the muscle. Maybe if I back up. Okay, yeah, so whenever you do that, you really feel like something right here. It's a crazy stretch. And it's one of the reasons why I'm starting to get a lot of veins right here. I don't really have anything I can show right now. But it's just 2 weeks ago, I only had one vein on my abdomen, and it was this predominant one right here. But now it's I got a vein here, 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 and there. It's crazy, and it's all because of the training that I recently started doing. But yeah, so those are a lot of the stretches that I do, and there are more that I do, but that's a lot of the big ones. Okay, so back to here. As I was sitting here, I felt a weird feeling. I listen to my body. I never stop doing it. Well, I do, but it never really gets away, if that makes sense. It always comes back. Randomly throughout the day, I'll be like, oh, fuck, I feel this, I feel that. I don't like that. I want to do something about it. And I was feeling that feeling as I was sitting here looking into my closet, and it really just feels like the back, it should be here, but it's just fucking, and all you want to do is just stretch it. That's all you want to do, and I've been doing that, right? So I started to stretch it, and as I started to stretch it, I felt a sharp pain right here on the ribs, and whenever I push into it, that pain gets worse. And I also feel a stretch in that muscle, and it's weird. It's like I've overtrained it in a way. I don't know how to describe it, but it's a weird feeling. It's a feeling of, I feel this, it shouldn't be sitting here. I feel something that isn't right in my body, and I want to fix it, but I can't fix it because it's sore, and I've already done enough. I actually need to give it rest. It's a weird feeling because part of your body's oh, this is a problem that needs to be fixed. But the other problem is, you've done enough, slow down. Very frustrating, but it is what it is. So there's that right there. I just spent a while cleaning up my room. I know it's still a mess. I really don't have much storage, if I'm being honest. That's why I was looking at my closet to organize that. I got this little handy dandy thing right here. All my hats go there, shoes down here, random shit thrown in the back that I've forgotten about. That was done on purpose. Out of sight, out of mind, essentially. And it's also interesting too, because once I've started to focus a lot more on training core recently, just because before I never trained core because the workouts weren't really effective. They weren't. Let me show you, bro, because this is some shit I'll talk about all day. Camera angle right here. What we'll do, right? So we'll get this bottle of, it's not baby oil, I promise. We'll get this. So the thing is, the problem with traditional core workouts is it takes away the utility takes away like the purpose of the core, which is supposed to hold everything together. You're supposed to still be able to apply force from your legs and from your hands and have that force distribute through the body. Because if you can't have this to be able to distribute that, then it just gets lost and you end up just losing out on a lot of power. But more importantly, the reason why I've trained it is because it is actually very important for lower back health and a lot more things, but for that reason specifically, it's why I've started to train it. And the reason why I never trained it in the past is because I can sit here, right? And I can do my nice little sit-ups. My hip flexors are tired. My core is fine. My hip flexors are tired. And it was always the hip flexors that gave out first. And it was super fucking annoying. But then now that I train the way that I train, I really more so prioritize mobility and what's the other word we're looking for? I've really got to create a script or some shit. I'm just saying that I'm never going to do that. But really, I'm more so training the core for the purpose of just being able to hold everything together, to really just dumb it down for myself. And because of that, I have started doing that. So like one thing I do is in the morning, I quit vaping about, I don't know, let's just say a week and a half ago. And one of the things that happened, which my voice is still fucked up from, is my voice got fucked up. My sinuses got clogged. My lungs are fucked up. I've been producing mucus all day, every day. And the first week was like literally waking up in the middle of the night, blowing your nose, going back to sleep, and waking up with dry mouth, dry lips, bleeding because you can't breathe through your nose, so you're breathing through your mouth. And it just fucking sucked. It still sucks. But one of the things I've started doing in the morning because of this is I've started, I would go under the shower, like under the water coming down, and just do this and slowly breathe in through the nose just to get steam in there. And then breathe out. And in doing this, I also started to, because I like to do multiple things at the same time if I can, like if it's beneficial, like, oh, I'm doing this, but I can also do this. Why not? So one of the things I started doing was I noticed that people, like I've seen people do this before, where it's like they breathe in, breathe out. So I started doing that, but then I also started doing this at the same time, just so that it could be symmetrical, right? Because now, right, the reason why it's hard to show, because these pants are baggy as fuck, and I love them for that reason. Like, look at this shit, bruh. Now it just looks kind of weird. Nah, but like whenever I sit like this, my back does, as you can see, drop. So I would purposefully, and just at the top, squeeze, just, motherfucker, you ain't got a choice, bitch. We're going to do this, right? So I would do that. And then I'm trying to breathe through the diaphragm here. So it's, here, let's exhale. And then squeezing, like, whenever that, because what it does, right, is it's like, it's expanding the core. And then whenever you squeeze, it's like it bottles up pressure inside of it, and it actually like hurts, like in the abdomen all throughout. There's a sharp pain. It's like it's stretching the muscle or something, but I know that it's beneficial. I just know. Tell me I'm wrong, and I'll stop doing it. You know, explain to me why I'm wrong, and I'll stop doing it. I don't want to waste my time, but it just feels like it helps. So there's that. And I'm not saying, obviously I'm not doing all of these things at the same time, but you know, it's just that the gist is symmetricity. Okay. So I want my legs to be in the same position. I want my feet to be in the same position. And whenever I look down at my hips, whenever I looked down in the beginning, it was shifted. Whoa, I got to do it this way. It was shifted. And whenever I do this, I'm really just trying to keep it as straight as possible. And then just sort of holding it there. It's called, I know I overcomplicate things. I'm sorry. It's how my brain works. But to simplify it, basically what I'm doing right here is like posture correction or something like that. And that's all I'm doing is chasing symmetricity. And then while I'm doing this, I'm looking for like weak points. One of the things I recently spotted from sitting in the bathtub like I am right now is I noticed, and you can't see this from the camera. Ow. Okay. So I noticed whenever I would flex this leg, there is this muscle called the sartorius. And I noticed, you see how pop, 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 right? But pop, pop. You see how it's like kind of weak on that side. Let me pop, pop, pop. You really can't see it. See? Pop, pop, pop. You see how there's more pop there? There's genuinely more strength in the sartorius on my left side. And the sartorius is a muscle which I've learned connects from here and then like wraps. Fuck it. God damn it, dude. Son of a bitch. It like starts here and then wraps around and connects at the front of the knee, like kind of over here. It's very cool. It's the longest muscle in the body. But I noticed that muscle. Fuck. Alright. I noticed that muscle is underdeveloped. So I literally have just been sitting in the shower like this, making sure, everything else is as straight as I can get it. And then just trying to activate this muscle. That's literally all I'm doing is I'm just activate. So right side, right side, right side, right side, left side, left side, left side, left side, right side, right side, right side. And what I'm feeling whenever I do this is actually like I'm feeling a muscle almost cramp up down in like the deep groin, deep in the groin. And that's how I know like that. The sartorius doesn't even go there. Just by the way, like it's up here, but the feeling I'm getting is a cramping feeling down here. So it's really showing me that, number one, I can visually see and physically feel that this muscle is not activating as well as this muscle is. It's nowhere near as responsive, and it feels kind of clunky and weird. And while I do it on this side, I also know that I get this weird cramping feeling, which I kind of get over here, but there's power associated with it on the left side, if that makes sense. So I know that this is not good enough, but it's still okay. This is a problem. So it's really something that I've been doing a lot recently because, I have knee pain still. So I'm just doing the same thing I've been doing for the past year. I find a problem, I work on it, I fix it, and then I find another problem, work on it, fix it, and then yada yada, rinse and repeat. And eventually, you get a little bit healthier and happier. So there's that. But come on now. Right, so just here, I'll actually do the little breathing thing. It looks whatever. I'll just do it. You can see my face getting red. This is another thing I've been doing. Add a little bit of twist after all that. Okay. Now, I feel a little bit of tightness in my lower back. Believe it or not, this actually gets the lower back right here. It's just this, but shifting forward. This is very uncomfortable and painful. I think I have like like maybe tight fascia, because you gotta think. I just sat in my room and played video games like this all fucking day, every day for years. You've heard this before, sorry. So because of that, it's like there's fascia in your body which connects all the way from your toes up to the top. And I believe genuinely that I am so fucked up that the fascia is in my whole body is tight. So because of that, even though it's like my hamstrings are flexible, you know, I can do like the whole, like my hamstrings are decently flexible. My legs are decently flexible. Even still, touching my toes, even right now, fucking hurts. It hurts in the middle of my back. It hurts my lower back. It hurts my upper back. Let's find out what else. It hurts right here. It hurts in between the middle and the lower back on the left side. It just fucking hurts. It's not fun. That's the thing about this, right? Is it seems kind of goofy to people, like the way that I train and do things, but it's not fun. Like, I'm not doing it to look cool or nothing like that. Like, I'm gonna just keep it a buck with you. It fucking sucks, but it's also a lot of fun. Because you notice the improvements right away. Like, it's awesome. But that besides the fact is, I really don't know where I was going with that. I was projecting there, if I'm being honest. So I'm just going to, I've been doing this a lot recently, and adding in this wiggle makes it more painful, but it helps. This has been a stretch that I have ignored for years. That's a fucking exaggeration. I've ignored this stretch for like a year and a half. It's crazy because this is like one of the basics, right? But fuck, it was just always so painful, and it still is painful, right? And now the lower back feels really tight after that, so I'm just gonna ease some tension. Woo! So there's that. Sweet. As you can tell, this stretch right here, this has been a position that I have really put a lot of work into recently, just this little butterfly. And it has paid off. I've noticed a lot of benefits, but really like the biggest benefit I have noticed from starting to do this is that correcting the posture that I was talking about earlier, because it really is opening everything up. And when you sit in this position, you'll see which way your back leans, right? And I'm pretty sure like everybody in my family has scoliosis or just a fucked up back to some degree. That last part is true. Everybody in my family has a fucked up back to some degree. So something that I'm very serious about. I don't want to have that. But I noticed sitting in this position, I would slump to the left. So it's something that I try to correct. Because whenever I would sit in bed and eat, and still to this day I'll do it. I'll just lay down and then just like that. And I spend a lot of my time sitting like this. I would never sit on this side. This is honestly not comfortable. I'm just going to stretch this. What I'm doing right here is I am pushing on the corner of the hip bone down. This, you can see the little change, and then I'm pulling with this arm. And that's isolating this muscle in the back, and it's also stretching this abdomen, which is also a new thing that I've learned. Your abdomen can get tight and have tight muscles or knots. I'm not sure what they are because they're completely different. They're just different compared to the back. Because in the back, whatever, they're just different. It's weird. but it can limit mobility. I'm pinching a knot or something right now, and I can feel it twitching. It's like it sits over the rib cage, and whenever you try to twist, it prevents you from being able to twist as much as you could. So that's another reason why another way that I've been training my core recently is getting rid of those, working on getting rid of those knots. Okay. And we'll do it for this side. We'll see if it's the same. My back popped, but there's nothing really stretching. But I'm still going to hold it in this position. Okay. Okay. I'm just doing very light movements. Like I said, I felt it earlier, like I really do need to give it a break, but it still feels fucked up, so I still want to stretch it and do something for it. Another thing I've been doing is this beautiful push-up. I see a lot of Indian people doing stuff like this, and they are on to something. They've been on to something. This is like a part of their religion or something like that. Definitely a part of their culture, because whatever. Definitely part of their culture. So just like a downward dog, push up. It's literally the same one. Yeah, I've already had a video of this. Push up. But instead what I like to do is I'll do the push up and then I will just like that. It just makes it a lot more simple. And also, I really love how the muscles tense up whenever I do that. It's like everything just fucking lights up like a firecracker when I explode up. So, I've been doing that too. It's great for strengthening up the upper back and keeping the shoulder blades in their proper position. It's great for the lower back. It's great for the calves, because you're the downward dog, it's going down, right? What else? So I thought the door opened behind me, so I lost track of thought. Let's just do it. Yeah, great for shoulder health, great for the lower back in this position, great for the calves, right? This is great for the upper back. Regular push-up, great for overall strength. Explode, great for stretching the abdomen, strengthening the upper back. I mean, just damn, bro. I did these yesterday on my lunch break. Okay, but I mean, like my core, it's weird because one thing you'll notice, I just want to say this now, I've always just had 5 abs, but now recently since I started training this way, this little buddy starts to decide to show up. What the fuck? And I genuinely think it was, I always just thought I just had a 5-pack. But I really think that I had a muscle imbalance that was so bad that it just looked like I was missing a muscle. Like, genuinely. Because now it's like, I don't know, I can't really see from here. But like, you can see it. It's cool shit. Is my shirt in here? Dang it. I got these new lifting pants. I got them from Goodwill for like $3. Some like 300-pound dude probably used to own them. But I just wanted something like very big and bulky that I could work out in. Just because I've always liked baggy clothes. They've always been more comfortable. That used to be an excuse because I was really just insecure with how I look. But now it's like genuinely I'm not insecure. I just like the baggy feelings because it just like my body's more free. I can feel it more. It's fun. So I do love these pants though. Like, look at this shit though. Here. Stand straight, right? Right? That's what my legs look like. Now watch this. It's fucking crazy, bro. Watch. Gone. Dude, it's like twice the size, dude. That's cool. I've never had pants this big before. I saw the string and I instantly knew. Because I was like, wait a minute, you're telling me I can tie up these big ass motherfuckers and wear them for $3? Yeah. That's a steal. But the room's clean, house is clean, bro. I mean, I mopped the floors and everything, man. I'm alone at the house right now, which is great because now whenever I clean, it will stay clean. So, that's something. Anyways, my neck feels tight. I want to show you something else that I've been doing. So I do stretch and work out in the shower. That's something you've heard me say, like, oh, in the shower, I do this type of training. Yeah, when I get home, I genuinely do shit in the shower. And because of that, I do take long showers. I take probably like 45-minute to an hour-long showers. Privileged, I know. Haven't been told to stop. Won't stop. I have taken short showers. But I like to take longer ones. It's just I can't explain it. Anyways. Well, I mean, it's a culmination of things because I love to sing, even though I suck at it. And whenever you're in the shower, I mean, like, bro, what the fuck, dude? Look at how far. It's like my wingspan's increased. By the way, that's not supposed to look like that. That's coming from a weakness in the muscle. That left side, that's what it's supposed to look like. See, it's like the shoulder's literally coming out of place. You see how this one, hold up. Yeah, I can't do it on the left one. I can't, but you see how this like sort of I don't know. It's just not supposed to do that. But that is something that I've been doing because I noticed a while ago, and it still is like that. It was like this was pushed in and pushed forward when it needed to be just whoosh, which is why I've been doing that, like pushing and stretching. Like at work, I'll walk around sometimes like this. It's a lot easier when you have clothes on. And I'll focus on, number one, I really don't give a shit about the shoulder. This one's fine. It really is. But this right shoulder, as you can see, it's like it wants to go forward. Here, this is resting position right here. You see how it's off? That needs to be there, but that is a little painful. So I'll just walk around, sort of just pushing it back, right? And then I'll stretch the neck while I walk around. Because, you got time, don't waste it. When you're just going to walk around and that's what I don't understand about people my age, man. And what makes me feel like I'm an outsider is because I have something that I genuinely care about. And all I want to do is share it with other people because I know that it works and I know that it helps and I know that it's fucking awesome. But it's not the fact that nobody else is interested in the things that I'm interested in. That's not what I'm asking. I'm not asking everybody to give a fuck about what I give a fuck about because nobody gives a fuck about me. That's life. Nobody is going to give a fuck about you except for your family. So, with that in mind, I just want you to at least care about something. But I don't see anybody around me that actually fucking cares about anything. They just hate. And it's like, what do you have to hate? There are some people, yes, who's like, I'm working 70 hours a week. And in that case, it's like, God damn. But then you look at other people who are working 70 hours a week. And they're on it. They're doing a great job. They still have a smile on their face and they're still being productive outside of work. They're not complaining, right? But it's like I'm surrounded by people who just only care about negativity and only care about complaining. And why are you trying to bring me into that? Leave me out of that. You can, with all due respect, you can hate your life. And I hate saying that because I really wish I could help you. But man, bro, I don't even think I can help these people because they don't want help. They just want other people to complain with them. So it's like you even offer a word of advice and it just sounds like you're attacking them. Literally, it sounds like that's how it feels. But I'm really just being honest, you know? There was one day I came into work 2 hours early. I was just sitting around. This is like a week ago. I called Taylor. Oh, fuck. I shouldn't have said that person's name. Anyways, I called that person and I was like, hey, would it be okay if I came in, a little early? Is there anything I could help you guys out with? Just because I'm sitting around and I would rather do something productive. And I was told, yes, there's another department that needs help. If you want to come in early, that would be awesome. Great. Okay. Got ready, made some breakfast, put some liquid IV up in a water bottle, some caffeine straight to the dome to get the day started. And I showed up to work and I was ready to work. And I'm over here helping this motherfucker out at his department with us. I'm in a good mood. So far the day's been good. I got to show up a couple hours early. I get to help out these people and y'all are all nice, right? I'm just minding my own business working. And this guy comes up to me all like, literally, welcome to a day in my world. I'm like, what the fuck is your problem, dude? What the fuck? I'm just trying to help you out, bro. Like, I'm helping you out. And you're like, I'm in a good mood too. And you came up to me, who's helping you out, and just tried to like suck the soul out of me, dude. Fucking get out of here, bro. I don't want to talk to you. Leave. But I can't say that. If we lived in the real world, right, and not an alternate reality, I could just straight up tell that motherfucker, nobody wants to hear your shit. Get out of here. I'm not allowed to do that, though. And I hate that. It sucks. But it is what it is. It's not the end of the world. I'll be all right. He'll be all right. And I don't want to cast judgment. That's not what this is about. Because the thing is, I know that they're lost. And I know that, not just lost, they're trapped. And that it was done on purpose. Algorithms, the internet, caught people's attention, and the media. So algorithms basically send you down a rabbit hole in the way that they read what you like, and then based off of the stuff that you're looking at, they, using other people's information, will try to predict what else they think that you'll like. And with that comes a sense of control. So that's the algorithms. The next thing is the media. You get to choose what's popular. You get to choose what's in the people's eye and what they focus on. And generally it's negativity. It's nothing positive. It really seems to be less about building things up and more about burning things down. And that's a weird image. That's a weird message to try to spread. I don't know, guys. That's not very godlike. Not to make this about religion, but Christianity's dying, and then you're looking at all the other stuff that's popping around us, and it's like, come on, man. So there's the algorithms, right? And then there's the media. And what else was I saying? I mean, really, really, those two right there are some of the biggest. But I mean, short form content was what really blew it out of the fucking water, because now people don't even think anymore. They're used to 30 seconds to 1 minute tidbits of information. And because of that, you're never actually able to connect the dots to anything, because the second you connect a dot, another dot just pops up fucking 30 seconds later. So you don't actually know anything, but you think that you know something. And those are the worst types of people that you run into. And the internet has just been a fucking breeding ground for these people, which is why you see them all over the place. So there's that, right? And whenever you combine all those things together, you run into people my age. And it's like they have control of the parents too. Something. Because why aren't the parents doing anything? Why are you not doing anything? You don't see this? No, you don't, because you're also distracted. They got your ass too, bruh. God damn. Sorry, God, but damn. Fuck. And it's like, they're no longer real people. They're lost. They're trapped. And they don't even realize it. And if you even try to explain to them why, and because this is what the message essentially is: listen, I understand you have problems, and I understand you really are angry at the world right now, but that's not your fault. We all have problems. We all have been there before, and I am here for you, as everyone else should be here for you, because we've all been there before. I want to help you. I want to lift you up. Treat thy neighbor, love thy neighbor as oneself or thyself, whatever the hell. But, I mean, really the message is, listen, I understand that you're lost. I understand that you're hurt. But this is why, and I'm here to help you through it. You can't do that, because this is why just makes you sound fucking crazy. And they don't want to admit that that's actually happening to them, because fuck, dude, that's a scary realization to come to. It's not fun, but it's the truth. It really is not fun. You know how uncomfortable it is to look at people and already understand what their problem is and how to help, but that I can't even say it to them, and that because they have those problems, they also in a way make it your problem, because they're throwing and projecting that negativity onto you, and there's nothing that you can do about it. It's like, what am I supposed to do? What did I do? What did I do? Welcome to a day in my world. What the fuck did I do to deserve that? Nothing. And they don't even realize they're doing it. You know why? Because those people attract other people like that. So normally what he'll do is, welcome to a day in my world. And then person number 2 is like, fucking tell me about it, yada, yada, yada. And then it's just negativity, right? But I understand I'm going on a rant, but it's like, fuck, dude. And the worst part is, I was going to say the worst part is nobody knows that I know, but that's not true. There are some people that know. You can spot them too. It's very easy to spot people who are not asleep, who are real people, because number one, they actually have personalities. It's like rule number 1 right there. You can talk to them and just go, huh. And it's funny too, because you can throw in like, the way you really find out if they're a real person is, first off, number 1, you're like, holy shit, this person has a real personality. They don't seem to be a part of this big machine. Let's ask a question. And then the question could be anything. Like, just, hey man, you ever seen a UFO before? Something like that. No? It's like, oh, you believe in them now? No? Okay. And then, or like some shit like that. You make a Diddy joke, or you talk about like Epstein Island or something, like any of those things. And you'll get a response that's like, actually, they've thought about it before, and they have their own opinions on it, and they're willing to have a conversation with you about it. You can spot these people. They're few and far between, sadly. And that is not reality. Just by the way, few and far between. This is my personal reality, because you have to understand, I work in retail, and a lot of these people, I'm going to just be honest. I'll put it this way. They do everything as slowly as possible and complain while they do it. So it's not a great work environment. There are, of course, I want to say, I'll just be generous and just say it's 50-50. Let's just say it's 50-50 to where there's real people and then like the holy shit. All that matters is 50% is too fucking much. Way too much. So yeah, there's that. But that's just my reality. Because a problem I have with people, right, is based off of their own personal experiences, they'll try to cast out a worldview that they want you to believe. Andrew Tate was amazing at doing this. Became the fucking most popular guy on planet Earth. And everybody believed this dude. I believed this dude, bro. But, I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, he didn't do it all the time. I'll say that. I'm not saying he was just like a 100% liar too either. My point being is, I just want you to know that I know that if I went to somewhere where there were more higher quality people, you know, a place where people cared about themselves a little bit more, then obviously I wouldn't be having this problem in the first place. I'm only having this problem because I'm still 21 years old working in retail. So this is my fault more than anything. But it's still something that I feel like I should get off my chest, and it's still something that is a very big deal because guess what? 15 years ago, was it the same? Yeah. But was it as bad? No. I don't need to be alive to know that. That takes common sense. I know it wasn't this bad because I can see it getting worse. Like, fuck, even a few years ago, it wasn't this bad. That's scary. That is scary. My back is hurting. Sitting here, talking like this, one thing I like to do when I get back from work, so I'll just sit like this. If I can put my camera up, I would love to show something. I wasn't able to do this a year ago. It would have been all wonky and asymmetrical. Which, by the way, it still is a little bit. But, yeah, I like to do this and train the hips. Because my hips are always tight after work. So what I'll do is I'll show it, because it actually is very interesting. This here. Hoping I can get a good camera angle. I wish I had my pool stick in here, because I would be able to use that. Ouch, my knee just popped. Let's see if this works. So, this is something I've started doing recently. It's really just this right here, you know, hip mobility, opening up the hips. Just pop in the back real quick. Okay. But it's just sitting like this. But essentially, what you're doing is doing this, opening up the hips with the knees, like pushing the knees forward, right? And then when you can't anymore, extend out the legs. Okay, and then grip with your feet, activate the muscles, push in, and then tuck in, back into this position right here, tuck in, and then again, you're activating the muscles right here. So you're feeling these muscles activate, and then you're also feeling something in your groin as well. Push out, forward, right. Just great for the hips. So that's another thing I've been doing a lot too. Also a new thing I've recently started doing for my toes. It's this. I always did this in the past, but I want to see what the calves look like when I do this. I still am not really happy with how my calves look, but they have gotten a lot better. My really biggest complaint is that this right calf is still underdeveloped compared to this one. And my knee looks weird in this position, but whatever. Anyways, it's literally just toes, stretch, Stretching everything. Pushing forward. And this is can be very painful. I'm just going to go forward here. This is really putting a lot of pressure on like the ankle right there. Like the front side of the ankle. That's all that is. That's all front side of the ankle. Okay, then lifting back up. And this is where it starts to really hurt the toes. It's like a sharp pain. Okay. Now what we're going to do is let them collapse out. And then put pressure on it in that outward position. So the feet are kind of dug in like that. And that puts the strain on the outside of the ankle. Now after doing something like that, ouch. Just going to boost, boost, boost. You know what I'm saying? Boost, boost, and we'll just hold this. That is not my bulge. This is just, fucking pants are crazy baggy. See, I want to see if I can show you something, man. Because it's crazy. I've been having like veins pop up on my legs now. That's fucking awesome. I always dreamed of that, but never thought I would actually be able to do it. But yeah, I have that now. Really cool. There's that. Last thing, and this is actually what I wanted to show you earlier, but I got sidetracked. I got really sidetracked. Holy fuck, I had like a whole ass rant. So, set that there. Put you back up there. Is this? I've been doing this in the shower. Bow. Bow. First off, let me just do this real quick. Getting goddamn rug burn. Fucking bitch. There you go. I'm just gonna do this. This actually feels great. I'm not gonna lie. So I'm sorry I have to do this. I'm sorry. So over where I feel that tightness in my lower back, I can feel a pop every time on the right side. When I go up on the right side, that is a great sign. Because it also feels great. It feels relieving in a way. And the more I twist my body while I go up, the better it feels, which is why you kind of see me starting to twist a little bit more. I'm also starting to now feel the pop on my left side as well. Interesting. That's enough though. But yeah, in the bathtub, so what I do, literally every time I take a shower, I do this. I do these stretches that I talked about, yada yada. But then also this stretch right here is I'll go on the inside and then I'll just fucking pull in the back. And then while pulling in, I'm pushing out with my feet too, so that I can sort of build up that flexibility. Because I've seen people who can like literally grab from here and just extend out. I can't do that. It feels like my knees will snap. So I'm just slowly working my way up, doing whatever I can. I understand that this type of training looks weird, but it's so fucking awesome. I also don't have the best camera angles too. And then I also just don't have the right, as you can see, like a lot of this stuff I've just sort of came up with on my own. So I don't even have names for it. So it's hard to even teach people, I guess, but it works. It's really just listening to your body. And after a while, you'll gain a knowledge for it. It'll just start to become common sense. Real quick, though. These fucking bicep vein is crazy. Crazy. I really got nothing else I want to talk about. I got this hat. I've never had a hat like this before. I'm waiting to find like the right thing to wear it with. I'm not really sure what I want to wear it with, but I've seen people who have hats like this. I never really thought I could pull it off, but honestly, now this is gonna sound egotistical, but it is just true. Now that I look good, I feel like I could be a little bit more creative with how I dress, and I'm starting to have fun with it. So I've been going clothes shopping only a couple times, but I need to go some more just to like sort of build up my wardrobe and see what I can come up with. But other than that, man, I really got nothing else I want to talk about. I really was not planning on doing this for 56 minutes, but this is just kind of how it works. This is how I train. I'll just be doing something. Next thing I know, I'm fucking doing shit like this for an hour. That's just how it works. Because what happens is legitimately you do one thing and it starts to feel good, but then you feel another problem. So now you do another stretch for that, but then you feel something else. So you do another stretch and then another and then another and then another. It's like, oh my fucking God. It's been an hour and a half and I still have shit left to do. So it's fun. I sounded annoyed there, but I promise it's so worth it. It's so worth it. Anyways, really nothing else I have to talk about. Room's clean. Shit's good. What time is it? Well, it's 8 o'clock. I work tomorrow, 11 to 8. Then I got the next day off. Whatever. Yeah, I work tomorrow, 11 to 8. I need one thing I want to start doing. I'll give you an update on this. I'm going to take it easy at work tomorrow. A lot less talking. So there was this girl I was talking to at work, but that's not going to work out. It's not going to work out. She just ain't. You know what I mean? And smart, funny, knows a lot. And there's a difference between being smart and knowing a lot. You can be smart and know nothing, but smart and knows a lot. But just ain't gonna work out. That's all I'll say. So one thing I want to do, and I'll give you an update on this next time, is apparently this is why I want to take it light at work tomorrow. There's like these people who meet up and they just go out for runs together. They meet up, talk a little bit, go for a run, talk a little bit, and that's it. It's just something where you meet up. I think it's once a week, but I'm not sure. But I feel like that's where I can meet somebody that I can really click with, just because that's a common interest right there. Because while we're talking before the run, man, I'm going to be stretching. Best damn believe. I'm sorry. I'm about to go on a fucking run. I got to stretch. I'm old, okay? I ain't no kid. This is just how it fucking works now. So I would really love to just meet somebody else who not passionate about stretching, but just passionate about physical health. I really just want to meet somebody who just cares about themselves. That's it. And who has a vision or a goal in mind that they are actively pursuing to achieve, if that's the right string of words there. I don't know. But that's all I want. I want to go there. And then there's also, but this is the part that I'm worried about. There's also this place where people go out and it's like a bar and they sing. But, you know, they go out, karaoke maybe, but, you know, sing. People just come over there and play, really is what it seems to be like. And I really love music, but I'm not much of a drinker. And I really don't know how to fit in by myself because I feel like such an outsider right now. And maybe it's just something I have to confront. You know what I mean? I really feel like in order to have a good time, I have to cast aside my judgment and really just genuinely go there to have a good time. And if I meet somebody that I like, then I'll meet somebody I like. And if not, then no. And it's as simple as that. But I sometimes find it hard to have a good time because I'm too busy just stuck in my own head being judgmental. Because that'll happen, you know. It's like I'm somewhere and the only thing I can think of is everything that I don't like about you. And because of that, it's hard for me to actually see what I like about you. And this, I'm not like this 100% of the time, but whenever I go to places like bars, I hate alcohol. I fucking hate it. It has done nothing but take. That's all it ever does. It doesn't give anything. It only takes. I hate it. Okay. So whenever I go to bars, it's like I see the same people who it's like, you're just going there to turn off your brain and have a good time. And that's okay to do, but not all the fucking time. God damn, dude. And on top of that, because of my relationship with alcohol, I don't even want to just like drink a little bit socially. I don't want to do it at all. And because of that, it's like everybody's up here and I'm kind of down here. And now it feels like I'm having to force myself to be up here. And I don't know how to deal with that. That's really the hardest part, is I don't know how to just be me. I don't know if I can be me. I literally don't know. Hopefully somebody can tell me. Probably shouldn't post this to YouTube, but I will. I hope nobody from work watches. I don't give a fuck. But yeah, everything's nice over here. House is fucking spotless, bro. Mopped the floors, for God's sake. And I'm by myself too now, so I don't have to clean up after nobody, man. That shit's gonna stay clean, dude. Fuck yeah. I don't know what I'm about to eat, man. I know I should have turned this off like 5 minutes ago. This is just me, naturally. So you can turn it off. I don't care. I'm just talking. I just don't want to cook because like my stomach feels a little fucked up. I threw up earlier, so it's like I don't want to cook a lot and then just have my appetite hit me and just be like, all right, yo, chill out. We're not doing this today. That's the only thing I'm worried about. But I also don't really have that much to eat. So it's like I have to cook something, but I don't want to cook. I might just one more day. Just one more day, like eat some shitty food. And then tomorrow. I mean, I'll go to work tomorrow, so I can just buy some shit from Walmart. Cook that. I'm tired, man. Very tired. Yeah, that's probably what I'll do. Alright. Bye. Bitch.